We used to have a meme at the Young Turks office, me and this other producer. We would just like yell out article titles that were fucking insane and then go voice, which ironically in a situation where like they like we would just be like, we got I don't know. We got hipsters in Ghana to dumpster dive for crocodile. Vice, like that sort of shit. You know what I mean? And it used to be like a joke that ketamine horse traders, like that kind of shit. Exactly. And then Bill Hader did that joke. Actually, the El Chingon. You know what I mean? That was awesome. Drones, I think. The documentary Now Parody is still one of the greatest, in my opinion.
The world is nuts. No one knows what's going to happen next. But whatever goes down, we'll be there, keeping a close eye on all the madness. This is the world of drones.
This is a Vice parody from IFC. It was perfect.
Hi, I'm Jameson Friend. We're here in the drones offices in Brooklyn, New York, where our staff is working hard to bring you the real news of today's world. For this week's story, we go to Juarez, Mexico, where the war on drugs has turned this once beautiful city into the deadliest place on earth.
Wait, I want to watch the rest of it. El Chingon! I like that Vice promoted it too. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, The Hunt for El Chingon.
Documentary now.
Murder. Kidnappings. Murder. A broken system. Mexicans.
Ciudad Juarez. It's the city most closely associated with the Mexican drug.
It's so good. This was so fucking good, dude. Mexicans.
To have this once beautiful city become the drug capital of the world?
Time for a little geography lesson.
Mexico is directly south of America, which means it shares a border with the United States. And what goes over that border? Drugs.
Is that sinking in yet, America?
This is happening in your backyard.
In Juarez, the drug game is headed by the Salvez cartel, which is run by this man, El Chingon. He's killed thousands and made millions, but he left a big mess in the process. We decided to hit the streets and ask the locals what they could tell us about this modern-day Mexican Scarface.
Have you guys seen El Chingon? El Chingon?
Por aquí con una cámara de esas. Muy peligroso.
He's saying it's dangerous to have a camera. All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
Es vatos maricones.
They're fans. Hey, thanks, man.
Unfortunately for us, most were too paralyzed by fear to speak up.
She's clearly afraid of something, man. Tell us your story. Are you afraid?
She might be asleep.
Finally, through social media, we met someone brave enough to talk.
Buenas tardes.
Hey, hi.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Manuel Bautista has lived in Juarez his whole life. Last year, his son Felipe was kidnapped by the cartel.
Talk to us about it?
Okay.
He invited us into his humble hacienda to tell us a tale.
We're going into his home right now.
Hacienda.
And just a warning, the poverty you're about to see may be disturbing to your first world sensibilities.
First generation PlayStation.
Look at that.
Whoa.
Your dog's a chicken.
Just to give you an idea of the size.
It just ripped them so well. I mean, this is the vibe overall of a Vice documentary. Like, it's always like some fucking Brooklyn hipster that they send to some like war-torn part of the country. And then they're like, wow, it's crazy. That like greatly, flub the investigation part. And often will like hyper focus on like silly sensationalist parts. I can't remember if this was actually from the drones like parody or if it actually was something that happened in the real world. Wasn't there a conversation? Wasn't there literally a conversation where like they were shitting on CNN and it's like investigative reporting? And the guy was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Of course we're in like all of those countries that you're talking about. Like, and then the Vice guys were like, well, we've never seen them. We've never seen your videos. Fuck, what was it? God damn it. Was it actually from this or was it that was in a real documentary, I think. That was a real thing that happened.
Size of everything, just so you can get scale. I want to show you guys that this is how far my arms extend in a hallway in a home where someone is raising their family.
It's like a family portrait. Like, look how sad this is.
Wow, this is how people live. You know, they make do with what they can.
This kid's probably a drug.
Yeah, oh, here it is. Here it is. Page 1, David Carr confronts Vice.
Guys, hi.
This is David Carr from the New York Times.
Don't keep saying I'm from the New York Times. That sucks. I'm just, it's me.
David, it's nice to meet you from
Hi,
Hawaii.
Dave.
Very nice
Hi,
to meet you.
nice to meet you. How are you?
We wanted to get everyone together to do a company-wide update. The media landscape is changing in really dramatic ways in just 6 months. So print, as an industry and a medium, continues to nosedive. Publications like Newsweek and Times.
Their mistake was literally not running 3-minute ads at the top of the hour, which is what I do. And that's why Undefeated at the top of the fucking hour, where we get, a 3-minute ad break. But of course, if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Vice! Oh my God. Oh yeah. If they had done that, they probably would be around today and not be fucking bankrupt. Oh wait, also, maybe not have such a expansive, insane, massive, multi-million-dollar operation. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Ain't your stuff subsidized at least, unlike Vice? Wait, what do you mean? Subsidized by who? Nestor Perez, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Extra summons, thank you for the 5 get the subs as well.
Are going down fast. We'd like to.
Okay, we'll watch this after. Let's keep going.
Drug dealer now. Look at him, you could tell.
Like he's a drug dealer now.
Here was a man who had next to nothing, but the real tragedy was not what he
I gotta
owned,
pee, I'll be back.
but what he had lost.
Un día llegaron 2 hombres al rancho y me dijeron que querían tomar posesión de nuestra tierra. Dice que para esconder sus drogas y yo les dije que no. No, los niños están ahí. Pero es que Felipe, no sé si está muerto o no.
What is it? I'm not really sure. Just look at the floor. Now, but look back at him.
Ustedes también tienen gentes que se las han llevado.
Yeah, no, we've lost friends too, Rhea and Rick and Sam, a lot of people to the urban farming boom. They left Brooklyn and went to Detroit.
We're happy to hear your story, and we're getting your story out there. And it's all drug money, and everything's built on drug money. And, your clothes are drug money, and this house is built on drug money.
Nosotros no hacemos drogas, se lo juro. Nosotros no
Manuel
hacemos...
wanted answers, and we wanted answers too, about El Chingon.
Government comes in and pays for drugs.
Who's that?
Son los hombres del chingón. Me han de haber escuchado que estaba hablando con ustedes.
All right, wait. Turn the light off. All right, so some guys who work for El Chigon are outside. We're gonna talk to them, relate, get them to relax, and then maybe get some info out of them. Let's see how it goes. What's going on, fellas? How's it going?
Well, that didn't work.
They died.
So Kyle and John were dead. Luckily for us, they'd already recorded their voiceovers. But we still wanted to get to the bottom of this whole El Chingon stuff, so we brought in 2 more reporters who'd been off on other assignments. Trevor Kenny, who was in Alabama making omelets with a racist sorority.
Whoa! That was not cool.
And Bryce Bowen, who was in the Middle East where he was introducing the Syrian rebel forces to Mario Kart.
You're just driving. What time did that end?
We put Bryce and Trevor on the next flight to Juarez to pick up where their brothers in arms had left off. Back to the mean streets.
Here at Drones, we had a sneaking suspicion that John and Kyle were killed off because they were asking too many questions about the infamous drug lord, El Chingon. But that wasn't going to stop us from tracking down the man behind the legend.
We're gonna go meet this New York Times reporter and see what she knows about El Chingon, trade some secrets. Drowns. Yeah, we've been doing some research on El Chingon, and it turns out that he's like super oppressive to the people. I don't know, like Skeletor, Darth Vader or something.
like just an evil presence.
Yeah, it's funny. You'd think that the locals would be like really against him, but people here, they really love him. I mean, he's kind of a Robin Hood type figure to them. He provides for them in a way that their own government cannot.
But that's what you heard.
No, that's what I know. I've been doing research on it. The cartel has a really huge stronghold on this whole town. I mean, they
like as much as like New York Times is foreign coverage a lot of times is like State Department cutout, State Department carve-outs. There is a very real element to like their news coverage versus like the way sometimes Vice and other sensationalist forms of media would do news coverage.
fun festivals. They have a lot of bars. They have dangerous.
What is it? What's the name of the places?
The Caballo del Oro, Hacienda Corona.
So they're like touristy kind of places?
No, these are places you do not want to go ever.
You should go there.
No. You guys do not want to go to that place. It is one of the most dangerous places. The cops don't want to go there.
To you.
To everybody.
But what if we, well, I don't speak Spanish. Do you speak Spanish?
Well, exactly. You
Or
guys,
Boquito.
No, I mean, the army won't go there.
The
Seriously,
army in
you
every
guys.
country is paid off. I've been everywhere.
No, I've done stuff too. You know, I went to Ukraine. They buried me up to my neck, and dudes took turns hitting me in the head with a golf club, and I was fine there.
I covered fist boxing in China. You know, it's where those just fist fighting, no boxing gloves, just a melee of men. You know, a group just like throwing punches, and that's their sport. And I was there to cover it. I got bruised, but
I was embedded in Tunisia. They put me in a tent and they fattened me up, and then they just to try to marry me off to
Why?
one of the men. I got a kick-ass story out of it. I will
Wow.
go to that length.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because we have the balls to go in there and do it.
Okay.
This is extreme.
You understand you might die.
No, that's what someone told the guys before us.
Yeah.
And they're dead, and that's why we're here. But
I don't know, guys. If you're gonna go, can I give you a name of a good fixer?
we already got somebody, and he's pretty sweet.
All right. Good luck to you.
Our fixer is none other than our good friend, streetwise rapper, Ty Dollar Sign.
Yeah. Oh.
Rolling with Ty gives you immediate cred, and as a bonus, it was his first time in Mexico.
it's got kind of a Deerwolf vibe to it, right?
Well, the music was a bit of a boner. So to make things interesting, we asked Ty to get up on stage for an all-out, no-holds-barred rap battle.
Rap battle against who? Them or you?
Yeah, go up. I think we should go check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up there, all right.
I think he's getting his drink.
I think he left. Do you want to do a battle?
No!
It was time to hit the dance floor. And thanks to our good buddies in the third world fashion scene, we were already rocking the freshest new styles. These are pointy boots. They're supposedly hugely popular here.
We wore them to mix in with the locals, but it doesn't look like anyone else is really wearing them. We look like a couple of chooches. As the night went on and we looked around the club a little more, we made an incredible discovery. El Chigon, this is the guy we're looking for. There were pictures of El Chigon everywhere. It turns out the people of Juarez actually love El Chigon. He's kind of a Robin Hood figure to them, a hero who provides for them in ways their government can't. Even the words to the song seem to
love that he just like repeated what the New York Times journalist
reflect
said
this.
So this band, what they're singing about, they're saying that this Chingon is a great guy and he's really cool and he can drink 6 to 8 beers a night and never get a hangover.
Spending a night in dangerous territory had been risky, but by doing so, we had won the trust of the locals. And now that trust was about to pay off.
All right, look, we met these guys inside. They're cops. They have some information on El Chigon. They're gonna tell it to us, but we can't bring the camera in the car, okay? But we've got our microphones on, so listen in, okay?
Yeah. Oh, sweet ride. So, fellas, what's up?
Oh, shit.
Trevor and Bryce's tragic end was confirmed in a letter from Ty Dolla Sign. Dear drones, I think they melted your friends. And then these were delivered to the office. Hey, don't open that. Let's keep these, put them in the lounge, throw a couple coffee table books on them. All right? Mm-hmm. First John and Kyle, now Trevor and Bryce. Clearly someone in Mexico was sending us a message. But our work in Juarez was far from over. So we sent in 2 of our very best reporters. Lars Clegg, who was up in the frozen north investigating Mongolian horse pimps.
Hey, so how much is the horse?
And Denver MacGyver, who was deep in the Amazon for a little taste of an ancient tradition known as the Burn Circle.
Oh, really?
And this time, we weren't messing around.
We were ready to turn Juarez upside down to find El Chigon. El Chigon!
Chigon, where are you?
El Chigon, where are you? But as it turns out, tracking down the most wanted man in Mexico wasn't as easy as you might think.
¿Sabes o conoces un hombre que se llame El Chingon?
Luckily, we got hooked up with a local professoro who had some sweet insider information. Because knowledge is power.
Thanks for having us.
Hi, how are you? We're drones.
Hope you don't mind our camera guy.
It's Chris.
Everybody knows El Chingon lives somewhere in the foothills of Salves. That is why it's called the Salves Cartel.
Oh, Salves Cartel. Okay.
You reporters, you knew that already,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right, no,
The
yeah, we know
foothills.
that. Yeah, we...
Salves.
Salves in the foothills.
Let's go.
So if we just get...
No, wait. Promise me, do not go there. Even the police do not go to Salves.
Because...
Because if you go there, you will die. These guys don't play around.
But wait
They
a
won't-
minute.
Especially with a camera, they won't even ask any questions. You will be killed.
But that's the key. We do ask questions.
Okay, so you shouldn't go there then.
Foothills and Salves. All right.
Promise me you will not go there.
We promise we won't go.
We're walking for a couple hours. Should be pretty close to El Chigon's house.
There's no place to really walk. There's a lot of weeds. Weeds are a lot thicker than you think, a lot stronger.
And we're the only ones out here. New York Times isn't doing this.
I think New York Times did do a piece out here.
They did?
Yeah.
Well, cut that out. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
So how did we find El Chigon? Same way they found bin Laden. We looked for the biggest house and knocked on the front door. It's gotta be the house. Oh, there's a dude. Hey, hi, we're from Drones. You have...
We're okay, we're okay.
Well, we're good. We're cool. We're cool. We're cool. We're cool.
We're fine. We don't...
Hi. Hi. Who are you? We're from a show called Drones, with a Z. Put the camera up.
How did you find me?
We were just walking around, we saw the house.
We wanted to find you. Kind of what we do is we kind of find the craziest people, and we kind of just wanted an interview with you. And
This is our cameraman. This is Chris. We're
yeah, we're fine. We're cool,
and
and we just want to get to know the real you. That's a thing, that you are open, and you and your friends could be in it. All you guys can be in the.
We can
interview each and every one of you guys. You guys could be on the internet.
Okay.
What's up?
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, okay.
Everything's working? Camera's good?
Holy shit.
All right.
Thank you. And thank you, man. Thanks. That was... All right.
We suddenly had unprecedented access into the life of the world's most dangerous drug trafficker. At first, he was invigorating.
Oh my God, I've never done this much coke in my life.
You said, what about Beth's Barbecue?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Right?
Chris, you gotta get on this. Here, I'll hold the camera. Hit that shit, bro!
But as soon as we began walking in El Chigon's shoes, a strange logic emerged.
Woo! Hey man, that's some Fast and Furious man.
And as we unraveled the enigma, we learned so much about the real El Chigon. Like his middle name, which is Ignacio, which shortens to Nacho. It's pretty rad. Most importantly, we discovered that, deep down, this powerful kingpin is really just a fun dude who's into cool stuff. Like smoothies. A total partier with suave taste and a generous heart. We danced with his daughters, hung with his compadres, and fiested Mexican gangster style.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Dude, are you okay? You okay?
Things are going pretty good. We still haven't gotten that interview yet. I think El Chigon's gonna sit down with us pretty soon, and it's gonna be pretty great. But I mean, Juarez isn't that bad.
You have to speak up for the mic. I learned that from Chris.
Chris, you're an asshole, man. You're an animal, Chris. Drones.
We finally built up enough trust to sit down for our long-awaited interview with the man himself, El Chigon.
Thank you so much for making us feel so welcome. It's been an unbelievable experience. So I guess we could start doing this interview. So how do you decide who is going to be like a guard for you?
It all happened so fast. One of the deadliest raids in the history of the war on drugs. Afterwards, the cops searched the property, smoked out the survivors, but El Chigon was nowhere to be found. He was the stuff of legend, like an epic verse from one of their shitty polka songs.
What do I say? I mean, I have been embedded with the federal police for an entire year, and this is the biggest operation they've ever conducted. And apparently you guys are right in the middle of it. So that is, wow.
Go back in there. All the cocaine's still in there. What are you talking about? All the cocaine's still in there. Who cares? Just leave it in there. Come on. We're lucky. What do you mean we're lucky? Where are we gonna go? We're gonna get arrested. We'll die. That's nuts. Drowns.
Nice work, boys. We're all really stoked about your next piece on vodka dicking. You put your dick in some vodka and get super wasted on another can't miss episode of Drones. Oh, yeah. That's good beef. Kobe beef straight from Tokyo.
I mean, that was, in my opinion, one of the greatest examples of Vice. I like this is Kobe beef from Tokyo. Yeah. I mean, this is the type of shit that they would do all the time. Yeah, gun merchants, the Vice Guide to Travel, the gun markets of Pakistan with Suresh Alvi, one of the OGs.
We're here in Lahore, Pakistan, in the old city. I'm here visiting family. It's been about 3 years since I was in the country, and in that time, the country has gone through insane amounts of change. It's really full of deep contradictions. On the one hand, you've got this progressive set of the
I mean, it's like identical. You know what I mean?
They're organizing fashion weeks, and they're partying, and you've got this liberal media explosion happening in this country. And they're operating uncensored by the government.
On the other side, you've got the Taliban. They've been infiltrating the entire country, attacking police stations and government buildings in a recent wave of violence. It's now escalated into a full-fledged battle with the Pakistani army fighting the Taliban in the tribal areas near.
I'm worried that because they used to show some crazy shit. So this is a 2011 documentary, so I don't want to watch the whole thing. Also, this is the real Vice. This is not a documentary. I mean, this is not a mockumentary. This is a documentary.
Near the Afghan border. We traveled to this area 3 years ago when we wanted to visit a massive illegal arms market, believed to be a source of weapons for the Taliban. It's been called the most dangerous place in the world and is now basically closed to outsiders and journalists. So I asked my mom to call our buddy. He was the chief secretary of the Northwest Frontier Province of Pakistan. With his help, we got our own private militia, and they made sure we wouldn't get kidnapped or killed.
If everybody come to my side, I will definitely kill him.
Naim, who's our host, is part of the Afridi tribe. He was born and raised there, and now works as a protocol officer for the government. He put it together for us. He got us through, dealt with a huge amount of bureaucracy, and got the militia to cover us as we went through the market.
Is this loaded?
Yes, this is loaded, but they locked.
They locked it. Where's the lock?
This is the gateway of Khyber Pass, and from here the Khyber Pass is started.
It's the most historic pass in the history of the world. The Aryans came through, the Mongols came through, the British Army came through, and got destroyed.
Special place.
Special place for special people.
Ah, thanks, buddy.
This is the house of Mr. Ayub Afridi. He was in jail on the narcotics offense in USA. Now he is acquitted and now he is living here freely.
He's the founder of the heroin trade.
Not the trade, basically the idea.
The concept.
The concept.
Of what?
Of heroin.
Don't lose my hat, man. It's my father's hat.
I will try my best.
It's a very special Italian
I will try my best.
Oh, God.
Go! After Khyber, we went into Dara. That's...
Ah! Dude, it's the same. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same. Why same though? I mean, it's the same video of what we just watched. Heroin is a synthetic drug that was invented in the late 1800s. Oh, yeah. Are you sure this is not a mockumentary? No. I mean, this is also not really a documentary either. He's just like a dude doing crazy shit.
Where the arms market is.
So when you were explaining to the officials what we wanted to do, the old man started laughing when you said we wanted to shoot guns and maybe buy some guns.
Yeah.
I think he liked that idea.
He liked
that idea.
He was laughed.
Yeah,
he
was laughed.
Yeah. People of this area believe many sons and a lot of guns. This is the philosophy of the Dara peoples.
This is definitely the largest illegal arms market in the world. There's another one in Pakistan, it's not quite as big. And the story is that during the 80s, the Soviet-Afghan war was happening. All the scrap metal from all the broken down tanks and guns that they would find, they would bring it back over and then replicate firearms.
First they will show you how the gun is making, how the bullet is making. Then they show you the shooting area.
So in the whole town, they make 1,000 guns a day here. And they've been doing that for 70 years. That's a lot of guns. So this guy is making 9mm pistols with his bare hands. The guy who's making it is deaf. It's a Mauser, but it says made as China by Norinco. This is the cartridge. He has no tongue.
1,050 rupees price.
Bro, this guy's deaf. He has no tongue.
3,050 rupees.
Right.
We're hearing lots of
Damn,
guns being
that's a
shot
steal.
around us, and they're just checking to make sure that the guns work. And they're doing it with live ammo. What I'm wondering is, they shoot it up in the air. Where do the bullets fall?
This one is one of the big and popular shop in this gun market.
It's time to go gun shopping. Here's an Italian machine. This is like a Kalashnikov? Kalashnikov. It says it's a muzzleite. I think you could do some damage with this.
Bro, this is sick.
The original Khyber rifle. So in 1857, the British gave the Afghanis 10,000 of these. I don't even know where to cock this thing. Where do you put the bullet in?
It's
Oh, you put it in
a musket.
A musket, right, you put it in. Nazi gun?
German.
German. World War II. Nazi gun. Pure evil in my hand.
What? That's so funny. It's just a Luger, dude. Like, what the fuck? He held it. It was like pure evil in my hand. Isn't that literally still used in competitive shooters because of its accuracy as a handgun? Oh, fuck. It's like, my man goes to the fucking shooting range. He's like, Luger, pure evil in my hand. He said it like the gun itself is a Nazi.
So now we will go into the shooting area. Yes, let's go.
Bullet. So, yeah. So we
Vice in the chat said, "Boss is so poetic." Oh, brother, I hope you don't get fired. All jokes aside, you're doing a great job.
we're wondering where they fall, and they don't fall far from us. I'm gonna keep it.
Okay, yes, keep it.
You gotta be kidding. This is the shooting area? We just had lunch downstairs.
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
What?
I'm shooting the enemies in the hills. I've never done this before. It's a Kalashnikov, and I'm kind of nervous. I see my target. I got him. Yeah.
He does not. My man is not shooting at a target.
Pakistan Zindabad?
Yeah.
America thought that by sending in troops to Afghanistan and the Pakistani army into the tribal areas, they'd be able to squash the Taliban uprising. They were wrong. The people we saw live in caves. They work in insane conditions, they have no tongues, and they make guns with their bare hands.
He said the people we saw had no tongues, bro. That turned into a $5.7 billion valuation. Shouts out to Rupert Murdoch for that one. Okay. This motherfucker saw one dude who didn't have a tongue, which we don't even know if that was the case or not. And basically it was like, they have these people out here, they have no tongues. They live in caves and they build guns by hands.
We're done. We succeeded in our mission. We came to Dara and we bought guns. We shot them. We saw how it all happens. If you come here, you got to make sure you look the part, and you got to have a guy like name to make it all happen.
Shukriya.
And one last thing. Pakistan Zindabad. 3 years ago, when we filmed in Dara, after we left, the government basically shut it down. They shut it down to outsiders and journalists because the Pakistani army was in there fighting the Taliban. And right now, between the Pakistani army and the U.S. troops on the border, the Taliban inside the tribal areas, it's essentially a powder keg that's ready to blow. A military expert that we know, he described the situation as the wickedest problem you could possibly imagine.
Dude, I love that. I love that. Like the way this is literally funnier than the fucking parody. Okay? It's funnier than like the actual fucking parody that they made. The original one. The army shut them down and they couldn't say a word. Want to guess why? Because they had no tongues. Dog, they had no tongues. I mean, North Korea was like their big one too. The Vice North Korea one. That was a huge one. Where the fuck is it? Wait, I just lost it. I literally... That was 11 years ago in 2011. But like even that, I would consider the North Korea doc to be a new Vice doc. I think that the North Korea one is like still a relatively new one. Their OG ones were like crocodile. There was a drug that like people were using to the Cannibal Warlords of Liberia is another one. Yeah, that one we can't watch. Obviously, that like it just is insane. There's like dicks in that. I'm pretty sure. That's why I was saying we can't watch these on stream. No, not the general butt naked. Wait, click by their most popular. Says a lot about YouTube. Yeah, I don't even know if I can show the thumbnails on their most popular ones. Oh, okay. I can show some of it. It's all sex, though. It's like making the world's first male sex doll slut ever. 84 million views. Porno boot camp, the training ground for amateur porn actors. Medically assisted sex. The biggest ass in Brazil. UK scariest debt collector. What the fuck? I've never seen this one before. What the fuck is this? 10 years ago, Sean Smith was an enforcer for one of the biggest crime families in Liverpool and embroiled in a war against a rival drug gang. Sean introduced urban terrorism to the British underworld. He sprayed up houses with machine guns, tortured people, and used homemade napalm to firebomb his enemies. Today, after a spell of 5 years in prison for firearms offenses, he's trying to transfer those skills to the legal economy while working as a debt collector in a northern English satellite town of Warrington. What? The Westminster's Dog Show on acid?
Hey, my name's Braden, and I'm going to the Westminster Dog Show at Madison Square Garden on acid.
This can't be real. It's so real. This is what Vice did. This was peak Vice. Are you kidding me? This is a classic. Dude, this shit was so dumb. God, I watched so much of this shit. The Vice North Korea documentary was in 2008. I know this because it was on VBS and had the Vice travel guide intro card on the videos. It was definitely old Vice. Yeah, no, I was not talking about the Dennis Rodman one. This one is new Vice, I think, right? Vice went to North Korea a lot, but the original one is I think this is not the original one. Bro, I always wondered if this was legal. Like when people talk about using drugs, obviously it's protected under free speech, but when you're literally filming yourself taking an illicit drug, can't the cops smack you for that? I guess you could just say that it's like. This is the OG one. Yeah, this is the OG one. Oh yeah, I guess this. Oh, this is the same one. This is that one. Never mind. They just re-uploaded it, I guess. They just re-uploaded it as Vice News. The world's scariest drug, crocodile, was another banger. And then the other one was the drug that they use in, like, I forget, it was a Latin American country where they like you would take it and then they would like deplete your entire ATM. They would go to the ATM and deplete your entire fucking bank account. What was it? Was it Colombia? Burundunga? Scolopamine? I think this is the one, right? Yeah, it is. This is the one. Yeah. Checks out a strange and powerful drug called scolopamine, also known as the devil's breath. It's a substance so intense that it renders a person incapable of exercising free will. The first few days in the country were a harrowing montage of freaked out dealers and unimaginable horror stories of scolopamine. After meeting only a few people with first-hand experience, this story took a far darker turn than we could have ever imagined. Vice!
Discopola es como un gramo de perico, la misma maricada porque tiene la misma densidad en peso y en presentación, ¿sí me entiendes cómo es? Pero tú con un gramo puedes matar hasta 10, 15 personas. Matar. Por eso es tan extremadamente delicado y no se consigue. Y la información, por ejemplo, que yo sí sé dónde se consigue porque yo sí sé, hijo de puta, ¿sí me entiendes? Dónde se consigue todo.
Now, the borrachero tree, which, by the way, roughly translates to drunken binge tree, is indigenous to the northern Andean region. That includes Colombia and Ecuador, Venezuela. But the scopolamine is really only used by the criminal element here in Colombia.
Que por aquí tiene que haber un gallo, miro si de pronto pillamos una. ¿No viste que ahí al lado de César hay una? Sí, al lado de César hay un árbol. Ahí, aquí dice silvestre.
So despite the insane homicide rates, the kidnapping, the narco trafficking, the civil unrest, and everything else going on in here in Colombia, we can't seem to find a Colombian who's more scared of anything than falling asleep under the borrachero tree.
Dog, this is literally identical to drones. I'm so glad I showed you guys drones, and now I'm showing you this instead. Because this is like, oh God, OG Vice, man. Ah, forced to be reckoned with. Fuck me. Holy shit. Such memories. $5.7 billion, dude.
So far, I'm really into Colombia. I showed up, beautiful women ordered me dinner, and it's fantastic. And they ordered a bottle of whiskey to the table. I might not go back.
Espera, la canto. Songo le dio borondango. Tanananananana. Le dio borondanga. Le hincha los pies. There's a song with it. I don't know why, but no. It's been around for a long time.
So it's not something that is popularly done down here then.
No, anybody does that? No.
Really?
No.
Not at all.
No, we have cocaine.
He's like, well, I'll do it. He's like, it's gonna take this documentary needs to take a dark turn, which is why I'm gonna take the drug and drug myself.
We have cocaine, we have grass, we have weed. What burundanga? Why?
Yeah. Everybody's aware. Like, todo el mundo tiene cuidado.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like you cannot control it at all. You don't need it in a cup or with a drink
just to smell it.
To smell it. Yeah.
It's very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and if the robbers they use it for that, is because they know that you cannot react.
Or a paper. Like I heard this guy that was this old lady came to him. Oh, I don't know where this address is, and this paper, and he just got it like this close, and he's on it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this guy was like really crazy. He was like walking in the hospital like really lost.
Perfect drug to do that, you know? Because the person doesn't like pass out.
I don't know if I believe a lot of these stories. I'm just gonna say
They're
that.
still conscious, and they do everything that they tell you to do.
Yeah.
Do you know people that have been given burundanga? Do you have a cousin of a friend or a cousin?
No, I have an uncle.
An uncle?
Yeah.
You told owner?
Yeah, it's not a happy story, you know.
No, I imagine.
But
It's true. I mean, I doubt that they can like get you off of a whiff of paper, dog. They probably fucking put it in your goddamn. No. I know that they use scolopamine. I know that they use scolopamine in doing crimes in Colombia. I just meant that they probably drug your drink or something. You know what I mean? $50,000 a year. Scolopamine can render a victim unconscious for 24 hours or more. In large doses, it can cause respiratory failure or death. Like, yeah, beside robbers, it's also allegedly involved in express kidnapping and sexual assault. Yeah, see, most commonly the person has been poisoned by a robber who gave the victim scolopamine-laced beverage in the hope that the victim would become unconscious or unable to effectively resist the robbery. Yeah. Scopolamine, not scolopamine. Sorry, scopolamine. Oh, Hasan, it's scopolamine. Yeah, I'm
he was a taxi cab driver. and they use this thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know the whole story exactly, but it was his last trip.
He died?
Se llama floripondio. Su nombre científico es datura. De ahí se saca la escopolamina, pero también se le dice borrachero y se le dice la planta del diablo aquí en Colombia.
We're here at the Botanical Gardens on the outskirts of Bogota. I'm gonna go see if we can figure out what this plant actually looks like.
Yeah, if the paper thing works, the CIA would be all over this. Exactly. Like, there's, as far as I know, there's no like, oh, you looked at it, you smelled a fucking piece of paper, and all of a sudden you're like 24 hours, you're in a fucking captive state. I don't think that works. There's definitely, it's definitely a bit embellished, right? Like they probably lace your drink or something like that. It's probably the most common way to do it. I mean, it sells, besides robberies, is allegedly used in express kidnappings and sexual assault. Hospital clinic has found little scientific evidence to support this use and relies on the victim's stories to reach a conclusion. Although poisoning by scopolamine appears quite often in media as an aid for raping, kidnapping, killing, or robbery, the effects of this drug is the way that it's applied by criminals, transdermal injection, or playing cards or newspapers, are often exaggerated, especially skin exposure, as the dose that can be absorbed by skin is too low to have any effect. Bro, I might not know every little thing about drugs, but at least I know some things about drugs, okay? When motherfuckers tell you, oh, dude, skin contact is really, really effective in, like, destroying you, okay? No. There you go. I told you. Scopolamine transdermal patches, just like fentanyl, must be used for hours to days. There are certain other aspects of the usage of scopolamine in crimes. Powdered scopolamine is used as devil's breath. It's portrayed as a method to brainwash or control people into being defrauded by their attackers. There's debate whether these claims are true. It is not verified if the powdered form is capable of inducing a suggestive state. The danger is real enough that in addition to the Overseas Security Advisory Council, the U.S. Department of State, as well as the Government of Canada, published travel advisories warning travelers about the possibility of targeting criminals using devil's breath. Often use attractive young women they target men to believe are wealthy. Anyway. But yeah, it makes sense that, like, they dump it into your fucking drink and probably get you to do shit, but...
Those right there are the flowers that we've heard a lot about. You can kind of put those in a tea and you'll hallucinate. You can also take the root down there, put that in a tea, and again, you'll hallucinate. And then there's the cacao, which kind of looks like the mini coconut of sorts. That has the seeds inside.
Me comí pepino y medio. Duré 17 días viajando con otro parcero. Mi parcero se quedó en el viaje. El man hoy en día anda así en la calle.
Like, where'd they find this guy, bro? They're like interviewing a crackhead for this. You know what I mean? Like, God, I fucking love old Vice so much.
Yo no sé en qué viaje pasar y quedaría el man. Un choker, hijo de puta, y tú te quedas en el viaje. Pero el man anda por la calle así. El man mira detrás de la mano. El man no anda así. El man anda... ¿Quién sabe en qué viaje se quedaría el marica, güey? Pero loquísimo. Si analiza la acción, el man... Como una cortina.
Actually just crack the thing right there, and then this is where the seeds are. I mean, that's where everything comes from, right?
That's what they use to actually make the scopolamine.
You're in business.
He's gonna eat it.
Dangerous drug in Colombia and arguably the world.
El polvo lo sacan del cacao sabanero, que es el fruto. Pero entonces el polvo tiene un proceso químico, ¿sí me entiendes cómo es? O sea, el polvo, no, o sea, para pulverizarlo, convertirlo en blanco y volverlo una pastilla o algo así.
Eat it, pussy.
Se necesita un químico. Es como, por ejemplo, usar éter para rebajar el perico, etcétera. Entonces eso ya es completamente químico.
The coca, at the end of the day, I mean, with its obvious pitfalls and dangers, is recreational.
Yeah.
Whereas there's nothing at all recreational about what can be made with this. It's a distinctly criminal element.
estado, ¿no?
Dog. Cocaine has no medical usage. Scopolamine does. What is he saying? Like, you're wrong, Hasan. Cocaine does. Medical cocaine. I guess cocaine does have medical usage. I'm wrong. I was thinking of fucking like Freud. I was thinking of, my bad. Yes, there's liquid cocaine. There's medical cocaine. I'm sorry. You're right. It does have medical usage. I was thinking of Freud. Like, thinking that you can just use cocaine to treat people for random shit. Scopolamine is used to prevent nausea and vomiting caused by motion sickness or medications used during surgery. It's an antimuscarinic. And it blocks the effects of a certain natural substance, acetylcholine, in the central nervous system.
Totalmente como un zombie.
He has pure evil in his hands. Yeah, he just looked at it. This is the most dangerous drug in the world. I have pure evil in my hands. Not dissimilar. My man goes to a fucking CVS, gets scopolamine transdermal. He gets a transdermal scopolamine. He goes, this is pure evil in my hands. I'm about to have 8 hours of medically induced anti-nausea medication. Pure evil. Colombians have no tongues. Yeah. This guy has no tongue. Why? Scopolamine.
Sirviendo a una gente que te da unas órdenes. Lo peor de esta experiencia es haber sido una víctima por haber querido ser buena gente y querer ayudar. Fui involucrada en toda esta violencia en la que vives.
The irony of sorts is that it's beautiful. It's a very nice plant and it smells very nicely. I'm enjoying this right now.
Seems quite Colombian all in all. Very beautiful and very dangerous.
This is pretty much the symbol of Colombia, isn't it? If you didn't know what you were looking for, you'd walk right by and go, that's a pretty flower, maybe I'll pick it and give it to my mom. But that would be a real bad idea.
What the fuck? That'd be a real bad idea. This guy looks at a cashew, goes, most dangerous plant of all time. Poisonous. That's right. I learned about that last month. And now I'm going to use it all the fucking time. You know what I mean? pointing at a cashew plant, pure evil. That'll kill you. Give that to your mom, she'll fucking die. You'll kill her. Kill her immediately. Top of the hour ad break, pure evil. At the top of the hour, Colombians are being affected by the top of the hour ad break. And it's pure evil, really. But there's one renegade out there that's telling you you can subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon account to your Twitch account, where you get one free Prime subscription a month, or by getting gifted a sub. Shut Up Axel is one of the heroes of the story, gifting 5 gifted subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. Preston Ford TW also gifting 5 gifted subs. Here's a 3-minute ad break now.
Es como que pierdes toda.
Anyway, Blue Wizard Cult. This is kind of mid. I think it gets more fun when they show you in the end of it. I don't remember it that well, but oh, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Going back to the Vice thing, but David Carr confronts Vice. This is a real conversation that happened. What the fuck? It's a tense.
I'm looking for Alex.
I'm connecting the switch, chat. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Guys, hi.
This is David Carr from the New York Times.
Don't keep saying I'm from the New York Times. That sucks. I'm just.
All right.
It's me.
David, it's nice to meet you from
Hi, David.
Very nice to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you. How are you?
We wanted to get everyone together to do a company-wide update.
The media landscape is changing in really dramatic ways in just 6 months. So print as an industry and a medium continues to nosedive. Publications like Newsweek and Times are going down fast. We like to say that we're perfectly positioned.
Not only are the sort of biggest media companies wanting to come talk to us, but the biggest brands are wanting to come talk to us and give us money. And what we have to do is we have to figure out how we can be meaner, faster, and more dynamic than everybody out there. And we don't want to get hot and die, we want to get hot and get hotter.
You asked the question about is there a business model that, like,
I want you to just a sec though.
Yeah.
I want you to feel me on this. I don't do corporate portraiture. What the fuck is going on that you're doing business with CNN?
We know how to speak to young people. They're listening to us, we're a trusted brand for them. I mean, the first thing that CNN said when they walked into the meeting last summer was 49-year-olds are watching CNN right now and we're fucked.
Right.
Can you please help us develop a new, young audience for the future? They like the way you tell stories, they like your hosts, they like where you go. That's really what they came looking for.
So what kind of war is it? Gorilla? World War II. It's World War III.
I don't know Liberia. I don't know what's going on. I don't pretend to. I'm not going there for a news thing, reporting on a particular news story. I'm not there to solve the problems of the world. I'm just a regular guy. I didn't get flown in on a thing. I don't have security. I don't have anything. And I've been to some places. This is fucking insane.
The people here don't have toilets, and because they have no toilets, they use the beach.
If you're a CNN viewer and you go,
Classic.
I'm looking at human shit on the beach.
I gotta tell you one thing. I'm a regular guy, and I go to these places and I go, okay, everyone talked to me about cannibalism, right? Everyone talked to me about cannibalism. Now I'm getting a lot of shit for saying what cannibalism and stuff, whatever. Everyone talking about cannibalism.
Yeah, most of our boys.
Yeah.
Then we drain the blood from the innocent child and drink it before going to battle.
So you kill the child?
Yes.
And then drink the blood?
Yeah.
I left
it up on a chopper. I'm gonna eat it.
That's fucking.
I didn't want to show you that, but there is literally a scene where they supposedly are, I think it's like human.
I'm crazy. So the actual our audience goes, that's fucking insane. Like that's nuts. And the New York Times, meanwhile, is writing about surfing. And I'm sitting there going, you know what? I'm not going to talk about surfing. I'm going to talk about cannibalism because that fucks me up.
Just a sec, time out.
He's such a fucking clown ass, dude. Yeah, dude, the New York Times is not writing about Liberia. Like, are you that fucking stupid? I'm sorry. There's good criticism of the New York Times, which is that they are, again, a carve out of the State Department and regularly will do America's bidding as far as imperialism goes. But the notion that the fucking New York motherfucking Times is not writing about Liberia or doesn't have like actual fucking people on the ground in Liberia, or at least like correspondents, is so stupid, dude. What are you fucking so dense? This guy made like hundreds of millions of dollars, dude, from fucking selling his dumbass product that looked cool to a bunch of even stupider media executives.
Before you ever went there, we've had reporters there reporting on genocide after genocide. And just because you put on a fucking safari helmet and looked at some poop doesn't give you the right to insult what we do. So continue.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. I mean, he's a dickhead, but he's right. Like, he's not wrong. It's like, as much as I shit on the New York Times, as much as I shit on mainstream media, okay, like it's so ridiculous to act like they're not there. Okay? Come on now.
Continue.
I'm just saying that I'm not a journalist. I'm not there to report.
Yeah, he big broed him so fucking hard.
I'm just I'm just talking about, look what I saw there. You are all fucking losers, by the way, this guy says. You, on the other hand, Charlie isn't fruity. You're a fucking winner, dog.
A lot of the early shrines are hard to know how to apply devices. Don't feel bad about looking it up. I keep having to look things up to see what I'm missing, and then I back out and stop reading. Yeah, no, I'm not looking shit up. What the fuck?
This
Is
video
everything fascist by Wisecrack? Uh-oh. All Vice did was sensationalize conflict. They never contributed to good journalism. No, there was decent journalism happening at Vice too, just like every other fucking outlet, every now and then. But yes, of course they sensationalize conflict, which, dude, to be honest, so do I. Okay? I do that too.